Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keviahwatrice if you're new. So today's video, I am talking about ways that I am embracing my singleness. I think that's what I'm going to call this video. If it has a different title, don't worry about it, okay? But I think I really just want to share with you guys a few ways that I am embracing my singleness, realizations that I'm having, and things honestly that I'm enjoying. I really wanted this video to come out around Valentine's Day, but I lost track of time, so it's still Love Month, so you guys are going to get it now. So let's hop right into it. Number one, I kind of just want to open up about something. There was a period of time where I would literally get sad like every Friday night. And honestly, it was because I wanted to like get dressed and go on a date. Like I was craving companionship. I was craving, you know, wanting to have a man plan a date for me and be ready at this time and wanting to get dressed up to go on a date. And so I want to be open and transparent about that there was a time where I would literally, y'all, every Friday night I was like, dang, I wish I was going on a date, you know what I mean? And so that was difficult. And then I snapped out of it, and to be honest, y'all, those moments wouldn't even last super long. Like it would be maybe a 10-minute moment, because after 5 to 7 minutes I'm off and I'm probably taking myself out or I'm doing something on my computer, you know, making myself busy. So I want to speak to that. Like when you're maybe in a time where Friday night rolls around, Saturday rolls around, and you know, you feeling a little sad at wish you were going on a date, and how I got through that. I will say for me, I'm pretty headstrong. I'm usually not going to stay in a place for too long. Like I may get to a place of sadness, I may get to a place of anxiousness or frustration, but I don't allow myself to stay there super long. And so what I do is I take myself out, y'all. And honestly, I think that that's something that I would love to continue even when I do get in a relationship, when I do get married, when I do become a mom. I love solo dates, y'all. I take myself out to eat. I go to the movies by myself, like the mall, literally. I love a good solo date. And so I decided to do more of that. And so if you aren't someone who has entered your solo date era, I highly encourage you to do that. I know sometimes it can be uncomfortable going to restaurants by yourself and it may feel a little weird. Trust me, if a restaurant is too crowded, y'all, till this day I will leave and I will find another one, because I just don't like when it feels like too crowded or just like a little awkward. And so another thing that I did to help me, you know, become a little more comfortable is I would sit at the bar. Now that's up to you if you want to decide to do that or not. Even if I'm not having a drink, I would sit at the bar, because you meet people. Like as you sit next to people, usually people will start talking to you and you have a good conversation. Hopefully they're not creepy, hopefully they're not annoying. And again, you don't have to do that, but if you feel comfortable, that is something that also helped me with being comfortable going on my solo dates. Another thing I would say to speak to this part of being sad and wanting to go out is initiate meetups with your girlfriends. For me, in the past, I feel like I would wait around for my girlfriends to initiate something or say they want to meet up. But sometimes you need community in your singleness, and it's okay to be the one to say, y'all, can we do a girls' night? Can we have a game night at the house? But it's okay for you to initiate a girls' night if you need community, whether that's them just coming over and you guys having wine or making mocktails or having a game night with some cards, or getting dressed and going out to dinner, having a cozy movie night and going to the movies. Like literally whatever the case. But don't be afraid to utilize your friends in the community that you have, because who doesn't want to enjoy girls' night anyway, okay? So I would definitely say that is a big tip as well. Don't wait around if your girlfriends aren't initiating a girl night. You can be the one to initiate it. You can start hosting. Like literally be creative and lean into your community. Next, I really want us to come to a place of acceptance. It is totally fine to be a lover girl in your singleness. You can crave this love. You can have this vision of the healthy love that you want to have in your relationship or in your marriage when you get married. Nothing is wrong with being a lover girl. And I feel like while we're in our singleness, you need to accept that. You need to be confident in that. You embody the fact that you are indeed a lover girl who is single right now. And that's perfectly fine. Being a lover girl doesn't have to come from a place of, oh, I'm sad and I don't have this. I wish I had this. No, wear the confidence that you are a lover girl and make it come from a place of, you know what, I so look forward to this. I can't wait to give my husband this type of love. I can't wait to receive this type of healthy love in a relationship, and it be true, and it be God ordained, and it be real. Like, embody that and be confident in it. It doesn't have to be carried from this sad girl space or this space of lack. You are a lover girl, and that's okay. I need you to be confident in that rather than carrying it from a place of lack in what you don't have. It's totally fine to be a lover girl even in your singleness. So this next one, I stand on this heavy, okay? And that is, do not settle. In your singleness, when you are embracing it, do not settle. Create your non-negotiables. I believe I have about 8 of them, and stand on them, okay? Stand on them so hard, y'all. Stand on your non-negotiables. And I'm not talking about the non-negotiables that's like, oh, you got to be 6 feet, you got to drive this, make that amount of money and all that. I'm talking about a non-negotiable list of characteristics. How do you want to feel with this person? What are the personality traits that you're looking for? What is the character of this man that you desire? And you need to stand on that, so that when someone comes in, if they don't meet your non-negotiables, character, personality wise, integrity, morals, values, all those type of things, you know right off the bat, yeah, this is not aligned. Because when we skip over those things and we begin to compromise, now 9 times out of 10 you're out of alignment and you settled because something was available, but it made you compromise your non-negotiables. And that is something that we do not want to do. Trust me, I've been there, I've done that, and had I stayed in it, it would have left me compromising everything that I truly wanted and truly stood for. I had to speak at an event over this past weekend. It was so good. Shout out to Des and Keon for having me on the Journey to the Hills Live podcast. It was a relationships like panel discussion, and I said something that I want to also confidently say here. My friends and family in the past have said that I'm picky when it comes to dating, and absolutely, positively, and is and will be, because I am not settling. Because we're talking about long term. We're talking about being in covenant. We're talking about a man that I have to literally become one with, one that I'm looking at to protect, to provide, to lead and cover me. I don't take that lightly, so I will be as picky as I need to be. And so I shared that on the panel. You know, people have told me that I can be picky, but when I look at other people's situations that they're in, it's like, but you're settling, and I'm not going to do that. Or the thing that you're in is not healthy. It's not what I would want from myself. So absolutely, positively, I am going to be picky. I'm not saying this from a place of like, oh, being a stickler on like little things, but if it's something that is going to cause me to compromise what I really want and my core values and my morals, those things that are not aligned, I'm going to be picky. I'd rather be picky and wait than settle and compromise what truly matters to me in my heart. And I'm so glad that I said that, because after the event, it's crazy. Destiny's mom came up to me and she was like, she said, I'm so glad that you said that, because women need to know. They need to know that they don't have to settle. And she was like, you will know when it's right, and when he comes, she said, be picky. It's your happiness. It's the man that's going to cover and lead you. And that takes sometimes casting out a lot of the wrong people. And not only that, then, so that was Keon's mom who said that to me. I think I said Destiny's mom, I don't remember, but that was Keon's mom. But then after that, I seen Destiny's mom, and she said the same thing to me. She was like, I'm so happy that you said that, because young women need to know that. So if the seasoned wives are telling me that, yes, you absolutely need to be picky because you don't want to settle, and so many people settle, I'm okay with that. And I'm so happy that they affirmed me, because sometimes it can feel like, dang, am I being picky? Am I, you know, should I have been with this person, when you have multiple people telling you that? But when I look back, I'm like, no, I wouldn't be with this person. That wouldn't have worked out. And so I say, be confident and stand on your non-negotiables. You know what you can and cannot tolerate. If you are self-aware and you have vision for your life as a woman, you know when something is going to work and when it's not going to work. So stand on business when it comes to those non-negotiables and having to be picky about some things. It's so important to observe a man's life and be confident and sure that you guys are headed in the right direction together. And I'll be honest, in the past, my picker has been off. And I'm so thankful for the wisdom and the self-awareness that I have now in this time and period of my life, because I know I'm never going to pick wrong again. I believe this is why it's so important to pursue God at the fullest degree in our singleness, so that you are so self-aware with who you are. When you are pursuing God for yourself and just as a woman and asking him to make you whole and show you who he is, it's so important that we pursue God to the fullest degree in our singleness, so that we can know who we are and know what we need, because we know who we are. Because when you do that, when you pursue God to the fullest degree and he shows you more of yourself, he changes you, he purifies you, you now know that you need someone who complements who you are. But if you're not seeking God and you don't know who you are, it's going to be hard to know exactly what you need. So I also say to pursue God at the fullest degree, so that he can show you you, and then you will then know the type of man that you need to complement the woman that you are. But I do want to leave you guys with this one last thing that the Holy Spirit whispered to me. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, y'all. Timelines, I'm terrible with remembering. But this was a time period when I was kind of internalizing these comments from family and friends about, you know, being picky or whatever the case. He said, "Daughter, I want you to know more than anything in this world how much I love you. Daughter, I want you to know more than anything in this world how much I love you." Then he told me, he said, think about the divorce rate. The divorce rate in the US, I believe, is about 40 to 50%, maybe more than 50%. And he said, I know you want my hand in your marriage, and I'm going to give that to you. And the way that settled my heart, and the way that I still some days have to remind myself of that, like, when you think about the divorce rate, it's crazy that, like I said, anywhere between 40, I think, to 50 something percent of people get divorced, Christian couples included. And a lot of that comes, I think, I can't say, but I think a lot of people are just with the wrong people. You were never supposed to marry that person. That wasn't the person that God had for you. And I don't want that to be my story. I've had my relationships. I've had relationship failures. I've done things out of alignment. I've been disobedient. And now that I've learned everything that I've learned, I want to be different, and I will be different, and I am doing different. And so it was just really comforting and affirming to hear the Lord say, I know how you feel, and I know you want my hand in your marriage, and I'm going to give that to you. And I profess that over your life too. If you're single, waiting, all of that, God knows what you want, and he knows that you want to glorify him, and he will give you his hand, his covering, his blessing, his orchestrating you and your husband in this relationship, this marriage, whatever the case. His hand is already in that when you surrender it to him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one.